Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie Deja, Miss JJ Diamond, whatever y'all call me. Oh, it's hot, y'all, here in Charlotte. I'm trying to get myself together. A little tired today. But I wanted to talk about staying single when you're in the entertainment business. If a person hasn't experienced the entertainment business lifestyle, they would never understand. So they will pretty much do things to sabotage you. I always wanted a relationship like how Beyonce and Jay has, Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. They all have their problems. Everybody have their problems. Remy Ma and Papoose. Shout out to those guys in their relationships. And being black partners in the entertainment business and holding it down. Yeah, I can appreciate it, and I wanted to be a part of that team of having a stable relationship and being in the entertainment business and working as a family. That was my goal for this run, okay, which is my last run. It's been very difficult. I haven't been able to have a long-term relationship until I met my daughter's father, which, it's not that I wanted to lie to him. I just didn't disclose information so that way he would not know the facts of certain things that went on in my life, which got us through 16 years. I feel like if I wouldn't have disclosed it, at the towards the end of our relationship, we would probably still be together. It's a rough road, trying to be a part of that lifestyle and still try to maintain and hold down a family. It's not easy, people. It's very stressful. It can be very overwhelming. Financially, it can be very hard, by yourself because everything is on you, So that's why I had wanted a mate, that we can build together and see these beautiful things together, have not a perfect life, but a life where we know we have each other in this entertainment business. This is a rough business, okay? People don't even understand. They think it's easy, they don't, like I said, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they understood how, people always see when you get to the top of the mountain, but they never see the climb, and that's the problem. People don't never see the climb, how hard the climb was, And the thing is, like, in a relationship, in the entertainment business, when you're in a relationship, y'all are one. What goes on with you goes on with them, vice versa. Just like that, I always use that Kevin Hart quote when he say, if I'm your best friend, when we know the day that we sign up to be best friends, my shit is your shit and your shit is my shit, And that's not just in, say, you having a girlfriend or a guy friend that you're hanging out with. That's in a relationship as well. Because once you're in a relationship and say you have a long-term relationship or you get married, whatever that person go through, you have to go through with them and vice versa. And you can't be afraid to do that. You have to be willing to accept anything that comes with it. because whatever you saw in that person is what you saw. And whatever you feel about that person is what you feel. Nobody will ever understand that. So that's why y'all become one, you know. However, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people allow people to interfere because they don't even understand relationship. And, it's sad how many people around here get married and do all kind of things and they don't understand God and they don't understand relationships and how deep the lifestyle is really supposed to be, So that's another thing. It's really hard to determine who's who today. It's really hard. Got these people out here, they say they're Christians and they're really not, and then you say, okay, well, if you're not a Christian, try to learn to be a Christian if that's something that you want to be. It's not that hard, but it can be. I'm still learning, every day of my life. It's not easy. And then they quick to say, oh, you're crazy because you talk about God so much. Okay, well, you haven't climbed the stairs that I climbed, so you will never understand why I say I depend on God first. Okay, because man didn't get me out of some situations. God did. It could only have been God. Okay, when you see miracles in your life, you say how that happened, it's only God. Okay, things don't just happen. God gives you doors, and he says, now, I want you to follow me. Now, you don't follow him, you don't get the miracles that God had designed for you. But when you follow him, when you go through the other door, you start seeing other things and you say to yourself, well, why is all this stuff happening? But I believe in God. Because you didn't follow God and you didn't put God first. I've learned in my life to put God first in everything I do. Everything. Even in a relationship. So that's just what it is. I'm on a podcast.
You don't go back to sleep.
No, you got to get ready for your appointments. No, nothing. Get your shower and get ready for your appointments. No. Girl, don't have me come in there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry because I'm going to pop you. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to threaten her. Because she's just getting older now and she just be acting out. So I have to, stand my ground as a parent. Let her know who's boss. But anyway, yeah, so, you still be in a process of learning about God and knowing what comes first. And in my life, God is always first. And that's what it is. I talk about God every day. I praise God every day. I get through my life every day. Even if I have to shed a tear and say, God, it's going to hurt if I go down this road. But he always ensures me that I will be okay. Because you're going through the right door. So, yeah. But relationships are not easy as it is. I see young girls and even guys going off about different relationship issues and stuff like that. However, God teaches us, once again, there it is, God. God teaches us through the Bible how to live in a relationship. And as long as God is guiding that relationship, you will be fine. No matter what channels it is, and what situations you go through, you'll be fine. Let me tell you something. I'll never forget. When my daughter's father, that's before my daughter was born. My daughter's father went away for a little while. And he called me and he said, I got baptized. I said, did you? I said, okay. From that moment, I knew even though we was going to have issues because he had some issues, but God was going to flourish our relationship. I knew. Our relationship was so... no, and then I'm going to say this too. Yeah, the devil stepped in a few times and won. But that's only because it was allowed. And that was because my daughter's father didn't really know God to his full potential. He would have known that it was just the devil stepping in, making him weak to society's nonsense. And that's what happens. This is why we try to follow God's way so we don't have to deal with that excess nonsense. That's one of the reasons why I love Maryland so much. People, some people say, "Oh, I don't like Maryland." But if you do things the right way, it doesn't bother you. And that's just what it is. You see, that's what people misconstrue stuff. And not just in relationships, in overall life. If you do things the right way, or try to do it the right way, there won't be no backlash. No issues, no uneasy feelings. But people always have a way of so-called wanting to make you feel pain because they're feeling pain. And then they wonder why their backlash be more pain. Because the outcome wasn't God's. I even tell some people at work, I think I brought this up once before. When you show that you care, you get more love. True love. Let me do this for instance. My supervisor, I was bullcrapping one day. It's one of these days that, I was really happy talking to my new coworkers that I've met in my new area that I work in now. And he walked past. He said, wait, I want to make sure I say it the right way he said it. He said, I need you to speed it up. And then he looked at me and smiled. So I already knew what he meant. Let's go. So I put that battery in my back and said, let me get this done. So the boss don't have to yell at me. That's the way you do things. Okay? You don't make the boss angry. That's not only... we had a heat advisory from Alexa. Alexa, what's the notification?
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for Eastland Blue Laurel Lake. It'll be in effect from June 16th, 12 p.m. EDT until June 16th, 8 p.m.
Well, you know where I'm going to be today. I'm going to be inside my house in the AC. Yeah. Yeah, see why I changed my lighting? So that way I won't pay so much for lights because I know I need to burn my AC. Not be able to afford my electric bill. But anyway, that's the way I was trained. If someone asks you to do something and they over you, and you do it, or you come to them and tell them why it wasn't feasible for you to get it done, you get a different outcome. So honesty is the way it works. Okay? But some people don't understand that. It's like one day I was at work and my female supervisor, she put me on a hard task. Not just for my first 3 hours, the whole day. Okay? And she kept doing this rapidly, all the time in some kind of work. But this one day, she comes to me and says, "Oh, your numbers are low." I turned around and looked at her and said, "Because I'm tired. Don't you, it's common sense. Don't you realize you've been working me like a Hebrew slave? So you want me to be a robot, not a human being. I'm a human being. So if somebody did this to you, how would you feel? You'd be tired too." So she wrote me up. You wrote me up for not completing my numbers because you wore me down. You abused me. But now I tried to get it transferred to a different shift. I can't because I have a write-up. Instead of her saying, "Damn, you're right. I have been overworking you." When they asked, "Well, why is her numbers down?" I was overworking her, and because she does her work, so I was overworking her, and then she got burnt out, and I didn't realize it, so I had to apologize to her, and, this is what you tell your higher-ups, okay? I didn't realize I was overworking her, so I actually broke her down. But instead, to cover yourself, you write me up like I was not compliant to what my job consists of. How can you live with yourself for lying? But see, this is how people do. When they're jealous or when they're hateful. Instead of just being kind and honest. The same way in relationships. This is why, like, when I go to work, I try not to even tell people I'm in the music industry. It changes their whole attitude and perception about you. When you've been doing this thing for 30 years, they know nothing about this lifestyle. Nothing. But then, everybody wants to be put on. Okay, well, you got to go through what I went through in order to be put on. You just don't wake up and you're a major star. It doesn't work that way. You have to make a name for yourself, whether it's on the ground or whether it's in the stars. And if you don't do that, that's not my fault. It's a process. But don't hate on me. This is what people do. This is what I have to deal with every day of my life. I've been dealing with this every day of my life for the last 30 years. This is why I had to be dishonest to my daughter's father, because I didn't want him to know certain things about my life, because I wouldn't have been able to have that relationship. And it's not that I lied to him. I just didn't reveal certain information. Being because of my lifestyle. I still had my power. I just didn't reveal the whole overall aspect of it. I was born into this. Okay? I try to tell y'all. My mother was a part of my grandmother was a part of the Negro Association. My mother was an Eastern Star. My mother was a ballet star at her high school. Shout out to Julia Richmond. Okay? My uncle was in politics. Okay? This was all on my mother's side. I was born into this stuff. So, don't be angry with me because my people set a table for me before they left here, before they died. You can't be angry with me that your family didn't do what my family did. And it's not an easy road either. Trying to keep up to what my family was into. And what they did and what they were known for. It's not easy. It's actually a gift and a curse. Y'all hear one of my son's songs, I forget which one, where he said, I'm here to inherit the power. Y'all may not know what he's talking about, but he know what he's talking about. Because he is going to inherit the power. He's inheriting it now. But this is what we do. This is our family. This is our lifestyle. You can't be jealous of someone's lifestyle that their family created. I didn't tell my mother to be a ballet dancer. I didn't tell my mother to be a high yellow, pretty little thing walking through Harlem. That was her mother's choice. To have this beautiful baby that was well known. And then she has me. And then I become well known. And then other things happen in my life. And I didn't tell my grandmother to join the Negro organization. I didn't tell my uncles, my Uncle Gene, Uncle Luther, all these guys to go into the military. I was born into this. I was a baby that was born. And once I got to a certain age, I had to figure out which route I was going to go in. I chose sports. It didn't work out for me, but I did choose sports. So don't hate on me and what goes on in my life, because I didn't design this life for me. My family did. Am I trying to change some things? Yes. Some of the traditions that they had? Oh, yeah, definitely. Because I don't agree with everything that they set forth for their family. So I'm going to change some things since I'm the head of the family right now, for my new ones that's coming in. This is where the trademark comes in at. That's my new power for my family. Our businesses. And that's still a rough road. People act like you can do everything. You just have money just falling out the sky. Like, money does end. If it's not enough coming in. You have bills to pay. Like right now, in my life right now, okay, all my bills tally up to about $4,000. Okay, and that's business bills and house bills. Now, when I was in Maryland, my bills was at $8,000 a month. I think I'm doing excellent. Quiet as kept. Because it was harder to get up $8,000 than it is to get up $4,000. And of course, America is not making it any easier with this high gas prices. So if you look at me and say, well, damn, why her nails ain't done? Maybe because I had to pay a business bill. Something that you don't even carry. You don't even carry businesses. So don't judge me. You don't carry anything but going to work every day. So don't judge me. I'm carrying a whole family. But getting back to the single thing, I think it's better off to be single when you're in the entertainment business, because some men and some women don't understand the way it works. Okay? They just don't understand it. And it makes it difficult. Very difficult. I had kind of a rough week this week at work. My feet was killing me this week for some reason. I keep trying to change my shoes. That's something that, I'm used to doing. I'm used to wearing different things, looking good. But like my son said in one of his songs, again, and I had to remember, don't worry about being cute. Get that money. And that's just the way I'm going to carry it. This goes out to all of the retail companies that I work with. If y'all notice, I've been wearing plain shirts. I'm not marketing no one. No one. Unless you pay me. I don't care what your shirts say. Even like with Amazon, he gives us Amazon shirts. I'm not wearing it. Because my marketing comes with a price because of who I am. And they try to take advantage of that. Okay? So I'm not doing it anymore. So even if Amazon gave me another shirt, I would never put it on. Because it's not mandatory. And if it's mandatory, I'll put it on while I'm in the building. As soon as I hit the door to leave his facility, it's coming off. I'll cover it up. Try to tell people I'm not just anybody, and you're not going to steal my power and my fame from my family. I'm not allowing that anymore. It's over for that. If you're not a part of my family, and that means my music family and my immediate family, you get nothing marketed from me. Nothing. Unless I choose to. Okay? Everything comes with a price. And I've donated all I needed to donate for this year. Okay? I'm done donating for the year. Yeah, I'm 6 months in and done donating for the year. So, with that being said, everything comes with a fee. When I get that fee, then I'll donate. Until then, I'm not helping nobody. Unless you're my family. Or a part of my team. If I'm not getting money with you, you're not a part of my team. Okay? I just want to make that clear. If we're not cutting a check together, you're not a part of my team. You can act like it. You can market me. But I'm not a part of your team. And I need you to understand that. Now, like with Amazon, I'm with the Amazon organization. I work for them every day. They pay me a check. I do what they ask me to do. That's all they ask me to do. But you will not get free marketing from me. Like most of the other companies do. They give their family. Well, it is their family. The people that they employ, okay, shirts saying the name of the companies on them. To help them market. That's free marketing. You know, my marketing is too strong for me to give anybody free marketing. So that ends. Unless you cut me a check. And that's just what it is. Like y'all seen me the other day. I went to the store. Frito-Lay, they cut me a check. 50 Cent, he cuts a check. I had to give it to him. They were both family. But as of right now, Frito-Lay is no longer family. So it ends. The check is over. It's gone. So, there's no more. I'm sorry, y'all can't keep me. Y'all should have kept me, but you can't keep me. So y'all better find a better way. It ends. I have to focus on me and mine only. I have a new career coming up, and I have to focus. Right now, I have to cram and I have to focus. Once the new career come up, I'm done with retail. And that's just the facts. I tried to appoint other people. They don't want it. It's nothing I can do. I could appoint these people and teach them. But if they don't want to learn it, there's nothing I can do. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So it ends unless I'm being cut a check. Y'all gonna stop holding me back from the things that I can do in my life. Because everyone wants to either be like me or so jealous they against me. It ends. And it ends now. Unless you're cutting me a check. Because I have bills to pay. And that's just the bottom line. I don't have time for games. I don't have time for relationships that's one day they want to be in love and then the next day they don't. I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time. I have to have a stable life. I need to know what I'm doing from today to 6 months from now. I don't live everyday life day by day. I can't because I own businesses. I'm trying to move careers. I'm trying to live to my best potential. So I don't have time to be messing around with people and their nonsense and their mind frame of, oh, I'm going to get what I can get and then I'm going to go. I can't do that with you people. It ends. Today will be the last day I will be marketing a company. Granted, I marketed them in my song with me and Gotti, Juicy Couture. Went to the store, promoted them. I'm going to give y'all one more and that's it. Only because my daughter loves Juicy Couture. They always want our free marketing but don't want to cut the check. They want to give the checks to the singers. Not the rappers. That's why it ends. Because the rappers get more exposure. This is why they try to, let's target this one. We don't care. We ain't got to cut a check. But it ends today with me. Enough is enough. Like I said, both of my kids like Juicy Couture. So I'm going to give y'all this one. This will be the last one. This is Jacqueline Richard Simmons, JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja. Whatever y'all call me. I'll talk to y'all soon.